Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. That's caught by Galladay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Jones throwing for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Burrow will throw. Being chased out left. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
Defense has been good, and they were good again there. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Here's Smith to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Giants 14.
on second down. Here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. Barkley, a 1st down and more. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so, and Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And that's a 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Pulls it in at the 13. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Working with a 2nd and 4. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Here's Smith to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down where they are here starting the third quarter.
From the 25 on second down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Xavier McKinney able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Burrow steps away to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. Smith has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Giants have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good. And his guys have taken the lead in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title.